progress.
Okay, Shalom Aleichem everyone. We're continuing in Berura Daf Hashavua. We're learning Siman Pei Daled in Mutter Likrois B'Merchatz. If it's permitted to read in a bathhouse. What's the issue with the bathhouse? We'll have to see. Is it an issue of people being unclad? Is it an issue of Ruach Ra? Merchatz Chadash, a new bathhouse, Shleirach Tzubai, that was never used, Mutter Likrois Bai. You're allowed to read in it. The Mishna Berura says, Perish Afilu Pam Echad. It means it was not used even once. Irachtu, if it was used once, Suhavale Kemerchatz Yash, and then it's like an old one, L'chal Dinov, Me'acher Dahayabai Hazmana Umaisa, since there was designation and action. In other words, designation alone is meaningless, Hazmana Lav Milsahi, but if there was designation and action, then we say it does have significance. Says the Mechaber Vayter, Uviyashan, and an old one, Bayis hachitzain, the outer room, shekal ha'imdim sham levushim, that everyone is dressed, mutter, you're allowed to learn a daven. Uvem say, the middle one, shektsas ha'imdim sham levushim, shektsas ha'rum, some are dressed, some are not. Yesh sham she'ela shalom, you're allowed to ask, how are you? Invoke the name of Hashem. Avaloi kriya shema utfila, but you can't say shema or tfila. The Rama adds, Haga umutter lahar sham b'divrei saira. You could even think and learning in the middle room. Uva panimi, the inner room, shekulam aimdim shamarumim, that everyone there is unclad. Afilu she'elas shalom asar. Even she'elas shalom is asar. In the inner room where everyone is not dressed, even she'elas shalom is asar. Va'asar la'anois amen b'beis hamerchatz. It's asar to answer amen in the bathhouse. Says the Mishna Berura, Sif Katan Beis, Mutter Likrois. V'yafagav de bebeis hakisei kaimalan le'elbasim pegimos of beis asar idei hazmana ba'alma. Even though in a beis hakisei we hold in Siman pegimos of beis hazmana alone is asar. Shani beis hakisei demastve. A beis hakisei is worse. So in Siman pegimos of beis we said his minoi lebeis hakisei v'adayin loy nishtamish by mutter likrois kenegdoi avaloy besoichai. Why? The Mishna Berura said umikamakam besoichai asur midrabana dehavalei bizayin gadol lekrish mar letfila va'afilu b'diavad imkara v'hispalo besoichai lo yatsa. Which is interesting that by a drabanan you would have to go back, because didn't we bring from Rabbi Kiva Eger in the end of Siman Pei Gimel that regarding Mei Raglayim, since it's midrabanan, einoi chayzer, right? Because the Ramah's last words in Siman Pei Gimel is v'chomi shekare b'makom she'ein kairen chayzer v'kairei, and that's consistent with the din of Beis Hakisei that was Huzman. However, Rabbi Kiva Eger says regarding Mei Raglayim, since it's midrabanan, b'diavad einoi chayzer. So how does that work? Why does Rabbi Kiva Eger say le'inyan Mei Raglayim kivan shumajabanan b'diavad einoi chayzer? If even a Beis Hakisei that was Huzman, you do have to go back. Because earlier the Mishna Berura paskined in Ayin Vav Lamed Gimel that you do go back even by Drabanan. So it seems like it's a question whether you have to go back by a Drabanan. There the Mechaber was talking about Kara b'makam sharoy l'stapek by Mei Raglayim ein tzarach lachzar Avalim noida lo mizeh sheyesh kan Mei Raglayim v'avar v'kara hispalel tzarach lachzar v'likros hispalel da'avar al vadai d'rabanan. So on a vadai d'rabanan you do go back. So what exactly is this Rabbi Kiva Eger talking about le'inyan mei raglayim. Okay, that's part of what we were discussing last time. Fine. So hazmana is lav milsa legabe merchatz, but legabe abeis hakisei, it's aser midrabanan, to the point where if you said it in a beis hakisei, you would have to go back. Fine. Sivkat and Gimel. In the middle room, where some are lavush and some are aram. Yesh oimrim da afilu im achshav kulam lavushim, oy she'ein sham adam klal. Some say, now we're talking about the middle room. Some people are dressed and some are not dressed. Even if they're all dressed, or there's no one there, since this room is designated for people to be unclothed, din merchatz alav, it has a din of a merchatz, so you shouldn't daven there. V'yesh makilim is that some are lenient. Ula Devarim, and according to them, b'cheder shadar sham habalan, in the room where the worker works out of, uvnei adam oimdim sham gam kein arumim, and people stand there unclothed. Shari lomer devrei Torah v'kiddush utfila be'ein sham adam. According to the Mekilim, in the room where the bathhouse attendant lives, and some people stand there unclothed, you're allowed to learn there and daven if no one's there. This is all legabe the middle house. Aval bayis hapnimi, the inner house, shekulam oimdim sham arumim, they all stand there unclothed. V'roichatzim sham, and they bathe there. Huma'as tfei, that's more disgusting. Ulukuli amadina k'beis hakisei, everybody would say it has a din of a bathroom. V'asar afilu ein sham adam, it's asar even if no one is there. V'afilu ha'sadarka shel oisay hamerchatz l'rchaitz b'Iraq b'imais hachama. Even if it's the derech of that bathhouse to bathe only in the summer, and it's locked in the winter, then even then it would have all the dinim of a bathhouse. Its name has not been removed from it. If you did some kind of act that changes it, begufai, you change the actual edifice. Let's say you put your oven there, and you made it a place where people live. You could even put up a mezuzah, make a bracha, v'lik rois, the same din would be regarding a beis hakisei, that if you do a maisa begufai, then you could change its status and extricate it from the state of being a beis hakisei or a beis hamerchatz. Now, in this area, you're allowed to, she'ela shalom is mutter, but you can't learn or daven. So we'll start this Mishna Berura. V'chein kol ha-brachos v'divrei Torah asur sham. Likewise, brachos is asur. Divrei Torah is asur. The only thing that's mutter is she'ela shalom. U'mashim divrei ataz b'diavad and berach sham einoi chayzer mavarich. The Taz says that b'diavad, if you made a bracha there, you don't have to go back. V'chein b'kriyas shema. Ein chayzer v'kar, you don't have to say it again. Afim hayanimsa sham az adam aram b'vayis hamsoi, even if somebody was there unclothed. Ach ba'oifen shloi amad negda be'es hakriya, provided he was not directly opposite you when you were reading it. The shema could go in shechzer panav gufim menu, or if you turned around. Di'lav hachi, because otherwise chayzer v'kar, you'd have to repeat it again. Mitam shakar neged erva. Okay, we're going to hold it here. Tomorrow, Monday, Be'ez Hashem, we'll see the laws of mikvah regarding whether saying divrei Torah and divrei kedusha. Again, just to sort of leave you off with a question, hazmana is not milsa legabe abeis hamerchatz, but it is legabe abeis hakisei. That's why the Mishnah Berura said at the end of Siman Pei Gimel Sivkat and Zayin, it's asur in abeis hakisei shehuzman. And even b'diavad, you would have to go back. So I am not clear what is the din regarding Isurei Drabanan B'diavad, because there it's mashma, in Isur Drabanan, you do go back. Likewise, in Siman, Ayin Vav, Sivkatan, Lamed Gimel, the Mishnah Berura said that if you're in a place, if you find urine, even in a place where you should have been mesupik, you don't have to go back. However, if you knew that there was urine there, and you intentionally violated, you have to go back, because you're over on a Vadai Drabanan. So it seems like when you're over on a Vadai Drabanan, you have to go back. However, Rabbi Kiva says, at the end of Siman Pei Gimel, when the Ramah says, Kol mi shekari b'makom she'ein korin chayzer v'koirei, Rabbi Kiva says, not legabi meraglayim. In Siman Ayin Daled, Sivkatan Chaf, where somebody said Shema and his gid was touching him. The Mishnah Berura says you do not have to go back, even though there it's also Rabbanan. So it's not clear in what circumstances you have to go back. It could be sometimes the Rabbanan are machmer, you have to go back, and sometimes they're not. In other words, there are certain azharos that they say if you don't do it correctly, you have to go back, and sometimes they said b'diavad yatsa. Okay, Rabbi Say, have a wonderful Shabbos.
Recording stop.
Sorry.
This is the beginning, so sorry if we mentioned it.
No problem.
What exactly is wrong?